The McCann family were arrested after setting up a sophisticated cannabis manufacturing operation in a secluded Welsh village. It is thought the factory made $3.5 million worth of drugs over 5 years. Linda McCann moved her family from Hampshire to Carmarthenshire to start the drugs business. The family, including husband Edward and son Daniel, moved into a house with a large barn where they could set up their farm. The drug operation saw them produce huge amounts of herbal cannabis, as well as cannabis oil and cannabis edibles, such as chocolate infused with cannabis. When the police finally raided the property, the business had been running for around 5 years. The McCanns hired local men, Whittock and Justin Liles, to work at the farm. All 5 pleaded guilty to conspiracy to produce cannabis and conspiracy to supply cannabis and acquiring criminal property. At court on October 23, 2020, police executed a search warrant at an isolated property in Quantities in Carmarthenshire. Linda McCann, Whittock and Liles were all arrested in the barn. The court was told that when officers forced their way into the barn, they were met with an overwhelming smell of cannabis. Inside the structure, they found an extremely well-organized and sophisticated cannabis manufacturing operation. The ground floor had been split into 6 growing rooms, complete with light extractor fans, a commercial-size oven, and a pressure device for extracting oil from plants. A total of 202 plants were found inside, including a large mother plant, from which cuttings were taken. Upstairs was used as a production area and contained many of the tools needed to harvest the plants. This included a clothes horse, which was used to hang the harvested cannabis so they could dry. The plants had an estimated street value of £460,000 and, on top of this, officers recovered around 80 kilograms of cannabis product thought to be worth up to £1.5 million. A total of £10,000 was also found at the property, split into 10 bundles of £1,000. Daniel McCann bought the property for £385,000 in July 2014. Linda McCann, Justin James David Liles and Jack Whittock all pleaded guilty to conspiracy to produce and supply cannabis between 2015 and 2020 and to acquiring criminal property. Counsel for McCann told the court that the origins of the operations lay in Hampshire and in a different level of production, conceived in an effort to alleviate some of the distressing side effects of Edward McCann's chemotherapy treatment for leukemia. He described his client as a loyal and devoted wife and mother for over 40 years. Linda McCann was sentenced to 6 years and 7 months in prison. Whittock received a sentence of 2 years and 10 months, while Liles was sentenced to 22 months. Edward McCann and Daniel McCann will be sentenced next month. They will be sentenced not only for the Carmarthenshire offending, but for a cannabis conspiracy in Hampshire.